How are you guys doing? Come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. And I just realized I forgot to get myself set up to go live over there on Instagram. So Instagram may not get this live today. I may just upload it to IGTV and call it a day. So let me see how quickly I can get this thing set up. If not, it's all good. Instagram, I still love you. I just forget about you sometimes over there. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. You guys come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. As you guys come on into the room, say hi, hello, hey. Those of you that are new to me, my name is Beverly Walthour. I am a business strategist specifically for Christian female coaches who want to create more income and more impact without compromising their Christian values. I'm also a TV and radio show host, so we film and record the TV and radio show here in Atlanta, GA. And so, you guys, I really and truly want to go into this. Is the reason why I told you guys the reason why I'm doing these lives is because of conversations that I have with people. And so, I always say if one person has that question, then multiple people have that question. So why not bring it on to everybody, that type of thing. So give me a second. I'm going to go ahead and go live over here on Instagram if I have this all set up correctly. And so you guys, like I said, hey, there you guys go. Come on in, 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 come on into the room. And so you guys, like I said, these questions stem from questions and conversations that I have from people that are in my messenger, private clients, group coaching clients, so on and so forth. So I want to bring those conversations to everybody. And, recently you guys have seen me share some testimonials from clients who have shifted into creating and selling their 5-figure offers. And so people were asking me questions. So I always say, people, if they have one or two questions, hey, if one or two people have those questions, and I know multiple people have those questions. And so I want to make sure that I just address it with everybody. So that way I could just answer it, one at a time. And so I want to talk to you guys about whenever you're deciding to create either, your 4-figure offer or your 5-figure. It doesn't really matter. You can be a 6-figure offer if you want to be, that type of thing. And so I don't know why you guys, is anyone over there in my Facebook group live? I'm not seeing it in my Facebook group. So I hope that it is. I see a little thing, but I don't see the actual live over there. So let me know if it's live in the Facebook group. If not, I'll just share it into the group. And so you guys, like I said, when you see these topics, and I've decided to do these money making Mondays. So I told you guys that there would be one day a week where I will go live across across all the platforms. So I'm live across all the platforms on Monday. And then the rest of the time, whenever I'm live in my Facebook group. So if you are not a part of my Facebook group, go ahead and join me. Highly successful Christian female coaches and consultants. So if you are, hey, Lisa B, there we go. There you guys go. Okay. So you guys are over on my personal page. And so you guys, if you are not in my Facebook group, this is my invitation to you to go ahead and join me in my Facebook group. So that way you can see those other lives. But I am live across my platforms. I'm live across all my platforms on Monday for Money Making Monday. That's what I decided to do. And about 12 p.m. Eastern time, somewhere around there, that's when we'll be live. So I tried to adjust my calendar so that I can fit this in, so that way I'm live across all the boards. And there we go. Yes. I love it. So there you guys go. And so you guys, it's a couple of things. I always have my notes. So I want to make sure that I am that I stay on track. I'm trying to keep these at 30 minutes or less. Y'all pray for a sister girl that I'm able to achieve that. And so you guys, just a couple of things to keep in mind when it comes to being able to create. And my thing is not just create 4 and 5-figure offers, but my thing is sell it. What's the point of having a 5-figure offer if I can't sell it? What's the point of having my 4-figure offer if I can't sell the thing? So we want to make sure that you're actually set up and able to sell. And so you guys, first and foremost, because I want to go ahead and dive in. So make sure you have your notes. Always bring paper and something to write with when we do these. And so you guys, first and foremost, when it comes to this type of offer, thank you, Tish. Thank you, Saints. Thank you, Saints, for going ahead and saying that prayer that I'm going to be able to keep this at 30 minutes. And so you guys, the first thing that you want to make sure is that you are super crystal clear on who your offer's for. Period. You guys, we hear this all the time. But you need to be clear on who this 4-figure and 5-figure offer is for, because it's not for everyone that's your ideal client. It's not. And we have to understand that. So I was on Clubhouse the other day having this conversation, and part of what someone said was a great reminder. And we have to remember that our coaching services is not for everyone. And you guys have heard me say this as well. Like, this is not like the Great Commission where we're commissioned to take the good news of Jesus Christ out to the ends of the earth. This is not the same thing. Like, your business is not the same thing. And you always hear me say, don't run your business like Walmart. And so we'll get into the habit of saying that, my services are for everybody, or we want to do multiple things at the same time. And so we end up with a service that either one, we're not super crystal clear on. People don't know if it's for them. And remember, a confused mind does not buy. So if someone is not sure if your services are for for them, they're not going to invest in it. So you want to make sure that you are super crystal clear on who that offer is for. So literally, and this is something that I have my clients actually write down. And those of you that are joining me in the academy, this is a part of what we're going to do today for our live workshop. So that live workshop is at 2 p.m. Eastern time. And it is a workshop. It's not a masterclass where Bev is just reading off a slide and you're just sitting like this. No, we have breakout sessions, things that you're going to be writing down, conversations that you are going to have. Because my thing is, when you're clear on what it is that you're offering and who it's for, and the things that I'm going to talk about is going to make a huge difference. And so it makes it where you are able to position that offer, where you are able to sell that offer, no problem. I've shared with you guys before that I've literally had clients that have gone from $1,500 offers to $6,000 offers, $5,000 offers, where they were not able to sell it at the $1,500 price point, but they were able to sell it at $5,000 and $6,000. Why is that? Why were they able to sell it at a higher price point when they were not able to sell it at the lower price point? It's because of the way I have my clients go through and answer. It's 5 questions. You guys always hear me talk about these 5 questions. Hey, Tiffany. Hey. Yes, Tiffany. Yeah, y'all better get your laptops charged up for the masterclass today, which I call it a workshop. Because like I said, we're not just sitting and getting, you're literally going to be working through this stuff. Okay. And so you guys, like I said, it's 5 questions that I ask my clients. And literally, as we go through the questions, I can literally see their little heads, like the little steam coming out of their head. Their mind is churning. They're answering these questions because once again, when you answer these 5 questions, it shifts the way you look at your offer. You literally like, oh my gosh, like this is what I'm offering. And like I said, we go through the steps of actually creating the offer or repackaging something that you already have. Because if you already have one, good, that's best, that's better. But even if you don't have one, you'll still be able to create your offer with these 5 questions. And so, like I said, one of the things is you have to be clear on who your offer is for. So like I said, it's not for everybody. And so that's what we have to be okay with, especially us as Christian women, Christian coaches. We have to be okay with knowing that our services are not for everybody, and that's fine. And so for you to know whether or not your service, because people are like, well, Ben, how do I know? How do I know people are going to buy it? So on and so forth. Those are the questions that I normally get. You have to have conversations with your people, period. Have conversations with your ideal clients. See what it is that they need. And so my thing is, when I'm having conversations every single day, I'm in Messenger. And my thing is, they're like, Bev, that's exhausting. No, it's not. Because if you know how to plan it out, hey, Cassandra, if you know how to plan it out, it's not exhausting. And so just like, think about it. You guys will go and you will sit at a job for 8, 9, 10, 12 hours, do exactly what they tell you to do. But then when it's something for you to do for your own business, you say that it's exhausting. And you can literally be on the phone at your job 10, 12, 5 hours straight. But that's not exhausting. But then for you to come into your business and have a conversation with someone in Messenger, that's exhausting. Once again, you have to make it work for you. And my thing is, what I love about these conversations is that I get to see what's going on with the people that are a part of my community. So what are you doing to stay connected so that you know, because we're talking about your offer being clear on who it's for. That means you have to have conversations with your people. So even for yourself, if you say, hey, I'm going to carve out 30 minutes a day to have conversations, even if you have that where you carve it out and it's 15 minutes and 15 minutes. Remember, you made a commitment to God with your business. Like, it's not me that you're trying to prove to and say that you're exhausted. Like, you're not telling me you're exhausted. You're talking to God on that one. Like, you have to take that up with God. That type of thing. Because my thing is, you don't have to spend hours and hours and hours doing it. You make it fit your schedule. Because my thing is it worth it for you to have a 30-minute conversation with a couple of people in your community so that you're able to see what it is that they want, so that you're able to figure out and make sure that you have an offer that's going to fit their needs? Is that worth it? That type of thing. So Cassandra said, build a brand like Tiffany. They know who their products are for. Yeah. And so Tiffany will not have an issue. Tiffany does not have an issue having a golden paper clip for $300. Like, they don't have an issue with that because they know who their services are for. They're super crystal clear. They're not trying to beg somebody to say, well, hey, well, this is the reason why it's $300. And when you get, like, they're not doing that. They were like, it is what it is. And it's the same thing with your services. When you're super crystal clear on who that 4 and 5 figure offer is for, you don't have to worry about begging and pleading people, because those people who, when they see that and they hear how you talk about that offer, they're just like, okay, yes, I need that. That is what I need to be able to help me to get to that next level in my life or in my career, my business, my relationship, however you serve your people as a coach. That's what we have to know and understand as coaches. That's what we have to be comfortable with. And a lot of you guys are not at that stage where you're comfortable because you're afraid, which is, it makes me kind of sad, especially because I work with Christians, because you're afraid that you're going to either, one, leave money on the table, or two, if you don't sell it to that person, that you're not going to get clients. And my thing is this: I refuse to believe, and you guys hear me say this all the time, I refuse to believe that God told you to start this business, but don't give you clients. Like, that doesn't even make sense. That does not even make sense. And so that's what we have to make sure that we know and understand, that God is not going to give you a business and then say, hey, baby girl, I'm not going to give you clients to go along with it. So first of all, we have to make sure and know and understand that there are clients out there that will invest at that level. But in order for someone to invest at the 4-figure level, so whether or not it's 5,000, whether or not it's 9,000, whether or not you have a 5-figure offer, so it's 15,000, 50,000, whatever it is, it could be a 6-figure offer if you have one. The thing is, one, being super crystal clear on who it's for and knowing that it's not for everybody. Once again, everyone does not have, $8,000 to invest in coaching. And you have to know and understand that and be fine with that. It's okay. It is okay. Your job is to be able to identify those people that are in your community who can invest and who are ready to invest that $8,000 in your coaching services or whatever the price point is. And that's what we have to understand. So like I said, being super crystal clear on who the offer is for. Of course, the next thing you have to be clear on is the transformation. What type of transformation? Because that's what people pay for. People are paying for the transformation. So you need to make sure that you have your content and that you're talking to people who are looking to make that level of transformation. So you have to be sure, what's the transformation? What are they going to walk away with? And a lot of people will come to me, well, Bev, it's easy for you because you have tangible stuff. You can talk to people about, how to be able to close clients and that doesn't have anything to do with it. It doesn't have anything to do with it, because there are both, every last one of you guys as coaches, I don't care what type of coach you are, there are both tangible and intangible things that your people will walk away from. If you do not know how to articulate that, that's part of the problem. That's part of the problem. You should be able to articulate both the tangible and intangible things that your people will be able to walk away with as a result of being able to work with you, period. If you do not know how to express both the tangible and intangibles, you need to be over in my masterclass, which is my workshop, over in my academy. I don't know any other way to say this to you. You need to be in there. So some of you guys, the reason why you're not getting the results, the reason why you're spinning your wheels, the reason why you feel like you're doing the same thing over and over and over again, like the movie Groundhog Day, and getting this exact same result, that type of thing, you feel like you're reliving the same thing over and over and over again. It's because when you lack that clarity in your offer and who it is that you serve and how you serve them, you're not going to be able to sell it consistently. That's what you want to make sure that you keep in mind. So like I said, what is the transformation? So you guys, let me know in the chat, what is the transformation that your people will be able to experience as a result of working with you? So type that in the chat. So as you guys are hearing the conversation, I know that there's a slight delay from the time that I'm saying it to the time that you're hearing it. But let me know in the chat. And those of you that are catching me on the replay, let me know on the replay, what are those transformations? What's the result that people get as a result of working with you? So type that in the chat. Let me know what your transformation is. What is that transformation? So whether or not it's transforming their life, their business, their health, their relationship, their career, however you serve people when it comes to the type of coaching that you do. So let me know that in the chat. And so you guys, like I said, you should be able to clearly articulate that, because that's what people pay for. That's what people buy. So for some of you guys, that's the struggle right there. If you're not able to clearly articulate it, and sometimes we get wordy. Look, some of y'all need to stop with all this flowery words, because people are like, I don't get it. And it's going straight over their head. And then they're going over to the coach that's able to clearly articulate it. You hear people say a 10-year-old, an 8-year-old should be able to understand that type of thing. That's what you want to make sure that you know and understand. No problem at all, Takima. No problem at all. So you guys, I love that. So Tiffany said one of her transformations, they be able to make money so that they can accomplish their goals, that type of thing, gaining clarity on their purpose. So once again, those of you knowing your people. So for instance, let's use Sherry's because it's easy for me to talk about money or anything dealing with money. But let me show you guys, I don't care what type of coach you are. It does not matter. Every last one of you as a coach, you have 4 and 5 figure offers in you, period. I don't care what type of coach you are. So let's take Sherry. Sherry helps people when it comes to gaining clarity, when it comes to their purpose. And so once again, when it comes to Sherry and her being able to talk about, the transformation, because now for Sherry, she's going to be like, okay, and so what will my people be able to achieve? What would they be able to do? Who would they be able to become as a result of them walking in their purpose? And once again, there are both tangible and intangible things that Sherry can talk about, period. And so that's what it is. So once again, you being able to articulate that. Cassandra said, reaching a healthy weight, alleviating healthy challenges, a better relationship with loved ones, closer relationship with God. I'm just saying. And like I said, Cassandra just mentioned tangible and intangible things. You guys, there should be both of those things that you are able to clearly explain and articulate. I teach people how to understand how to efficiently infuse their story within their brand and their business. Yep. And that's one of the things that Takima does. And then Takima is able to rattle off and talk about both the tangible and the intangible things that her people are going to be able to walk away with. So for me, yes, you're able to generate revenue. You're able to generate a certain level of revenue, but there's also a level of boldness and confidence and relief. So those are intangible things, but that my people also walk away with as well. So think about those intangible things. So those of you that are a part of my academy, make sure you go back to the Ideal Client Workshop as well, because we talked about those tangible and intangible things too. So go back to the Ideal Client Workshop, those of you that are a part of my academy, because it has some things, a lot of us, we didn't even think about some of those intangible things. So it gives a whole list, like I gave a whole list of some intangible things that they didn't even consider, they didn't even think about. And so now they have those things to where they're able to speak to their people as well. I love it, Rakita. So I transformed from simply being a public speaker to being a powerful presenter. They're more confident, engaged in public speaking and presentation skills. And you guys, this right here, what Rakita does, once again, if you're in the workplace, if you have your own business as an entrepreneur, it doesn't matter. You being able to command the stage, and especially now when a lot of us are virtual, and being able to command the stage and keep people's attention and all of that stuff, that is a must-have skill right now, period. So whether or not you're an entrepreneur, whether or not you're an employee, it doesn't matter. So those types of things. So being able to clearly articulate how you're able to do those things, you guys. So like I said, you have to be super crystal clear on what it is that your people are going to walk away with. And the thing is, it has to be what it is that your people are wanting. That's the thing. Some of you guys are trying to stuff things down people's throat and they don't want it. They don't want it. That may have been something that you may have wanted, but that's not what they want. That's why it ties back to the first thing that I mentioned about you knowing and being super crystal clear on who that offer is for. That's why I keep telling you guys, you must have conversations with your people. One thing, yes, sales calls, you could use sales calls to close people, but another powerful thing when it comes to sales calls is market research. Sales calls are powerful for market research so that you know exactly what it is that your people are struggling with, that type of thing. And so earlier, it is so funny. Over the weekend, I scheduled a post to go out into my group. So the post that went out in my group this morning, the one that has me with the black shirt on, where I said, hey, this was one of my confessions that I had from my business. I had that post scheduled from this past weekend. You guys, yesterday and today, I've had conversations with people where if they read that post this morning, they would swear I was talking about them. Although I had already had that post scheduled over this past weekend, but before I even had these conversations with these people, they would have thought that I posted that because of my conversations with them. And the thing is, it didn't have anything to do with them because, like I said, I had the conversation with them yesterday and today. I scheduled that post over this past weekend. I think it was either Friday evening or Saturday. So I hadn't even had a conversation with them. But when you have and you know your ideal client inside and out, anytime you post content, they are literally thinking like, how does she know? Oh my goodness. That like you literally, that's when you know that you know your ideal client like that, because they're literally like, oh my gosh, how does she know that? Oh my goodness, I feel like she was a fly on my wall. I've literally had people say that to me, like, Bev, how did you know? Bev, are you in my prayer closet? Bev, you been in my prayer closet? Bev, what's going? Like literally, they've asked me those types of questions, because when you have those conversations, so for me, in exchange for the time that it takes for me to have conversations with people in my community, it is well worth it. I see it as an investment. Because once again, when I say investment, me investing when it comes to me getting to know the people who I serve, so that I'm able to create content, so that I'm able to create offers that's going to solve their problems. That's what it is that we want to make sure that we're doing. Hey, Shonda. But are you taking that time? So you guys, like I said, those of you that feel like it's a waste of time, for those of you that feel like you don't have the time, I'm telling you, you're missing out. You're missing out. Maybe that's the reason why your business is where it is. Sometimes we have to make a decision to do things differently, and it may just have to be for a season. It may not be every single day for the next 5 years. It may just be for a season. It may be just for the next 90 days. It may be for the next 6 months. It may be for the next year, until you have the ammunition that you need to be able to have effective conversations with the people that you serve. And then when you get to that point to where you can hire a sales team, and then have that sales team to be able to have those conversations for you. But for me, I need to have my hands in the trenches right now, because of the shifts that I'm making. I want to make sure that the people that I now desire to serve, that I make sure that I know and understand what their needs are, period. And so it's the same thing for you. So you have to make that decision. You have to make that decision. So like I said, one, you being super crystal clear on who it is that you serve. Two, you have to be super crystal clear on the level of transformation. What type of transformation are they going to be able to receive? Because if you were trying to sell a 4 or 5 figure offer, there has to be a transformation there, period. The other thing that you want to take into consideration when you are offering and creating 4 and 5 figure offers is how you structure that offer. Some people make the mistake of thinking, okay, because I'm offering, this $10,000 offer or this $20,000 offer, that means I have to meet with people 2 and 3 times a week. The devil is a lie. The devil is a lie. First of all, those of you that are meeting with people 2 and 3 times a week, I'm trying to figure out how in the world are you even doing that? You best believe that when people are investing at the 5-figure level, the high 4-figure level, they don't have time to meet with you 2 and 3 times a week. They may not even be able to meet with you once a week. You can literally have a 5-figure offer where you meet with them every other week. But some of you guys, to justify the pricing, you throw in a whole bunch of stuff. Remember, my background is in education and training. So that's what all my degrees are in. So I know and understand how people learn. I know and understand how to break down content in such a way where people are able to consume it. When you throw too much information at people, they shut down and they don't do anything. And then they walk away and say that this didn't work. So in your mind, you're throwing all this stuff that you've learned in the past 20, 30 years because you're trying to justify why it's a $5,000 investment or why it's a $10,000 investment. And that people who are investing at that level, they may not need all of that content thrown at them like that. So you have to know and understand how to actually structure an offer like that. You have to know the people, going back to the people that you serve. If you work with busy moms or busy professionals, are they going to be able to meet with you 2 or 3 times a week? Are they going to be able to go into your membership and consume all of that information that's there? So you have to, everything ties back to knowing who it is that you serve, knowing who it is that you serve, that type of thing. You guys, let me know if this is making sense. These are things that you need to take into consideration if you want to create, not only create an offer at that level, but also being able to sell it at that level. Like I said, it doesn't make any sense to have a 5-figure offer and you can't sell the thing. What's the point of that? So you have to be able to not only create at that level, but you have to be able to sell at that level as well. And so that's what I want you to make sure that you understand. And like I said, it goes back to who it is that you serve. When it comes to actually selling, I got 23. I'm at 23 minutes. Look, when it comes to actually selling your offer at that level, the other thing, the one main thing you need to keep in mind, you need to make sure that you listen to what it is that your people are saying that they need. Do you hear what I'm saying? And once again, every person is an individual. Don't treat everybody the same. Don't just have this rote response that you're going to give everyone, because a lot of us, what we like to do is we'll go through and we'll open up our offer and we'll just start reading. Okay, you get this. One of my clients, I had to talk to her because she was doing a PowerPoint as part of her sales call. And I'm like, but this is just, you're giving everybody the exact same thing. What if they don't need that part? What if they don't need this piece right here? Because one of the things that she was having was people were saying that they need to think about it, because they did. It was so much information that she was giving them, they needed to think about it. So they were struggling with trying to process all that information. So once again, while you guys are thinking that, hey, when they see that they get this to this to this, they get all 25 pieces of my offer, and then you're wondering why people are not buying. It's because it's information overload. So they're telling you, out of the 25 things that you offer in your program or offer what service or whatever it is that you have, and they mentioned that they need help with 3, you know how many of those 25 things that you mentioned? Let me know in the chat. How many of those 25 things do you mention? How many? Let me know in the chat. How many do you mention? They said they need 3 things. You got 25 pieces to your offer. Let me know in the chat how many of those things out of the 25, how many did you mention? Let me know. Let me see. Look, little pop quiz. That's the teacher in me. The teacher in me will not die. How many of those things are you going to mention? Thank you, Shonda. Thank you. Because 3. You guys don't mention all the 25 other things, because once again, like I said, it's going to be too much information. In their mind now, they're like, okay, well, maybe, do I really need all that? Well, I didn't actually think I needed all that, so maybe I do. So let me go back and think. Let me walk away and think to see if I need all those things. So those of you that are constantly getting, I need to think about it, I need to pray about it, I need to go ask my spouse. If you're getting that consistently, there's an issue there. And like I said, more than likely, it's the way that you're positioning that offer. And the other key piece to selling it is making sure that you use their verbiage. I sound like a broken record, but it is true. Use their verbiage. Use their verbiage. So once again, if they're saying that their goal is for them to lose 25 pounds over the next 6 months, say for instance, that's their goal. Their goal is to lose 25 pounds over the next 6 months. You don't then repeat that, okay, we're going to make sure that you have a healthy lifestyle. We're going to make sure that you work out. We're going to make sure that we're going to make sure that we put a plan in place that will ensure that you are able to lose the 25 pounds in a way where it's healthy for your body. But we're going to create that plan that's specific for you so that you're able to hit that goal. Boom. I don't need to go through and list all the intricate detail, all of that stuff. Because first of all, they're just like, oh, wait a minute. Did she say that means I'm going to have to eat carrots? Oh, gosh, I don't want to eat the carrots and the salad every day. So let me just, maybe, I'm going to go try it over here on my own. Look, because like I said, what they end up doing, well, let me go over here and try it on my own. I'm going to try it on my own for a little while longer and see how that works. And what do? They're not coming back. They're not coming back, period. So all those people talking about, I'm going to think about it. How many do you actually close? They say, I need to think about it. Will you close some? Yeah, because some of them, yeah. But that's not going to be the majority. Because once again, you're giving them too much information overload, and they don't do anything at all. So you want to be really, really careful on, like I said, when you're having these conversations, making sure that you're speaking specifically to them, making sure that you're talking to them, what it is that they said, not things that, that you went through and sharing your whole life. So anybody asked you that. Nobody asked you for your whole life story. This doesn't have anything to do with you. Don't make it about you. Make it about them. When you're having that conversation, it's about them. It is about them. Hey, Shalonda, it's about them. Make sure you make it and keep it about them. Okay? So you guys, those are some of the keys that I want to share with you I promise you, these are some of the main keys when it comes to you creating and selling 4- and 5-figure offers. As a Christian female coach, every last one of you guys can sell. You have a 4-figure offer. You have a 5-figure offer. Some of you guys have a 6-figure offer. You can't even wrap your mind around that, though. You can't even wrap your mind around a 6-figure offer. But every last one of you guys have 4- and 5-figure offers, period. I don't care what type of coaching you do. I don't care. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't just work for one type of coach. It does not matter. But it's all in you knowing who it is that you serve. It's all in the transformation. It's all in how you position that offer for you to be able to command it at that level. And like I said, you have to be able, that transformation, we mentioned that. They have to be able to get a result. And that's why it's key for you to ensure that you get your ideal clients into that offer. You want your ideal people, because I always say to my people, if you were to get your ideal client into that program, would they be able to get that result? Period. That's what you want to ask yourself. But that means you can't just take everybody that comes along. You can't just, oh my gosh, my mortgage due, so I got to know. That's not how it works. You have to make sure that you're really clear. You have to make sure that you're really okay with, if somebody comes and they're not a good fit for that particular thing, let them know. Okay. It's not going to work. And this is why it's not going to work. You have to be able, and I'm talking to believers, so you have to be able to walk in that integrity like that. Okay. So you guys, like I said, my goal was 30 minutes. Take these nuggets and take these tips and look at what it is. Look at your current offer that you have. Once again, those of you that are in my academy, we are getting ready to do a deep dive on your offer. Like I said, we're going to walk through those 5 questions that I keep talking about that I ask my clients. We're going to walk through those 5 questions. Those of you that have an offer, a lot of you in my academy, you're going to end up raising your pricing because you're looking at this like, dang, all of this is how I set up an offer. This is how I structure my offer. Oh my gosh, I'm giving these people. You're literally going to walk away with raising your pricing after this workshop. If you don't have an offer, you're going to end up with an offer, period. That's how confident I am because all of my clients that I walk through these 5 steps with, it's the same thing. It is the same thing. So I know that it works. I know that it works. And so, like I said, today we have our masterclass on your offer. And then next Monday, because like I said, this thing right here with next Monday, because now we're talking about your offer. Now, next Monday, we need to make sure our mindset is set in such a way to where we can actually get out there and sell this offer. We have to make sure that money mindset wise, that we are in a space and place that where we know and understand our worth and the value that we bring to the table. So my money mindset coach is coming in. So she comes in the 3rd Mondays of the month. And then the 4th Mondays of the month, I have my sales strategy. So she's going to talk to us, okay, but if I have this offer, I got my mindset right now, I need some leads. How do I tap into my leads? So my sales strategist for the month of October, she's going to talk to us about generating leads. I am doing everything that I can to set those of you who are in my academy up for that success so that you can have that consistent $3,000 to $5,000 months in your coaching business. That's who my academy is for. If you're not at that consistent $3,000 to $5,000 level, you need to get in to my academy. Thank you, Cassandra. She said, Cassandra's one of my clients. She said, y'all, it works for real. It does work. It works. It works. It works. If you work it, it's going to work for you. So like I said, that's who my academy is for. So if you're not at that level, get into the academy. Make sure there's a link above my head up here. If you're, or maybe it might be a little low. I don't even know where the link is. If you're over on all my other platforms, if you're on Instagram, go over to my bio and grab that link for the academy out of my bio. Because that's what it is. You can actually join us today for our live session. We have our live session at 2 p.m. Eastern time today for our offer. And so, like I said, Sherry's another one that's in my academy. Shalana's in my academy. Tish, I don't know if Tish is still on. She's in my academy. You guys, I'm telling you, this stuff works, but you have to work it. You have to work it. You have to be consistent. So, like I said, those of you in my academy, I'm going to do what I can do to get you guys set up for success to make sure and ensure that you are on point to be able to get that offer out there, to be able to get it in front of the right people, to be able to sell it. So like I said, we're doing a deep dive on our offers today. Like I said, it's workshop style. So they're going to be me having conversation with you guys, and then you break it down the whole groups. You're looking at your offer, having all of that stuff. Like it's not a sit and get. It is not a masterclass with like this right here where you just listening to me right here. It's not that. Tell them, Shalana, tell them to get on in here. Tell them to get on into the academy. I'm telling you guys, like I said, one of the things that's so funny, one of the things that my, I have 2 prayer partners. So one of the things that she prayed, one of my prayer partners prayed this morning, and her prayer was, people will walk away from this academy and they're just like, wow, this is someone's membership. Like this is the level of results that we get from someone's membership. That's the vision that God has given me for my academy. Is not just a membership. That's why I don't even call it a membership anymore. That's why I call it an academy, because I want people, there's a different level to this thing. It's not just a membership. It is an academy. This right here, it's going to have that elite feel to it. Where, like I said, if you're not having that consistency with your revenue, as far as the 3,000 to 5,000, get on in there so that you have that consistency with your revenue like that. And then that makes you prepared and ready for my accelerator. So now you're taking what you would do in a month, and now you're generating that in a week, or you're generating that in a day. And then from there, move you on up to my mastermind. That's how it's going to look. That's how it should look. That type of thing. Yeah, Cherry, get them grandkids down. Look here, tell them, let them know. Look, grandma gonna be working today. I'm putting y'all to work today. I am putting y'all to work. Some of you guys, you're gonna have to take a nap after the academy today. Some of you guys in my academy, you're going to have to take a nap after our session today, and it's all good because you'll need that. Okay, Father, what was the Father in heaven? Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. So you guys, that's all that I have for you guys today. Like I said, when it comes to your offer, every last one of you guys, and is the consistency. You should be able to consistently, that's the word, and that's the space that I want us to get to, where you're able to consistently sell your offers. You guys should have a baseline that how much you're going to generate every month in your business. That should be your baseline. You should know, hey, I'm not going to at least do $10,000 this month. My months are going to be at least $10,000, period. You should at least have a baseline on you knowing how much. If you don't have that baseline, if you do not know, we need to have a conversation. If you're not consistently doing 3,000 to 5,000, you need to be in my academy. Get in there, get in there, get in there. Like I said, because it's not like a regular membership. Yes, there are already courses in there. If you missed it, everything is recorded, all of that stuff, everything is recorded. But like I said, those live master sessions, you want to be on those live master sessions as much as you can. If you can't make it, it's cool, but try your best to get on those live master classes. I call them workshops, because I'm telling you, that's where the magic is. That's where the women come together, the prayers, the just speaking life into each other. Hey, have you thought about this? That type of thing. And that's the power in being around other believers in business, that type of thing. Okay. So you guys, like I said, if you're interested in the academy, click on the link, Beverly Academy. Go over there, read all the stuff there. Click the link, get on the net. You can actually join us live on the masterclass today. The live masterclass we have today at 2 p.m. Eastern time. That type of thing. You'll have access to the replay, so you can watch it back over and over and over again. All of that good stuff. That type of thing. Okay. And like I said, we meet second, third, and fourth Mondays of the month. There's always a live masterclass. We have on the first and third Tuesdays, we have our planning and productivity session. You guys, I don't know what else to do. Like I said, I'm gonna do everything in my power to be able to support my clients. That type of thing. That's what we're gonna have. I'm just saying. Like I said, I'm working on finalizing and shoring up my client success coaches, because we're going to make sure those of you that are in the academy, those of you that are active in the academy, you have what you need to be successful. You hit your revenue goal, whatever your revenue goal is for quarter four. We're going to do whatever it is that we can to get you to do that type of thing. Okay. All right, you guys, that's all that I have for you guys. I pray you have an absolutely amazing rest of your day. If you have a specific question for me, please feel free to reach out to me to ask me whatever specific questions that you may have. I will do my best to answer. So reach out to me on Messenger. So whether or not you're over here on Instagram, hey, Instagrammers, come on over there, hit me up in DMs. If you're on any of the other platforms over there, hey, Rashid, if you're on any of the, Adam, any of the other platforms over there, just hit me up on the Messenger platform and I will respond back to you guys. Okay. So you guys, thank you so much. If you have specific questions, let me know. You guys have an amazing rest to your day. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're just hopping on here, check out the replay. If you're over there on Instagram, it will be on IGTV. Thank you guys so much. Take care. Take care. Take care.